Hey, it's Joe Amoia, the ambassador of love, and I've got a question for you. Are you focusing on your strengths or your weaknesses? When you think about yourself or you look in the mirror, do you automatically go to that part of you that you don't like? So maybe if you think about how, your butt's too big, or, your boobs are too small, or maybe you think they're just too big. Maybe you focus on your nose, and I get that. I can relate to that. Um, you know, what is it? We've all got stuff. Okay. But the question is are you focusing more on that than the parts of you that rock? One of the things I see in talking to women all the time is that they're experts at picking out their deficiencies. You know, and I understand human nature and I understand why we do that. It's kind of like a lot in life. Um, you know, we'll hear 99 good things and one bad thing, and then what do we tend to focus on? But you have to understand if you're focusing on that, it's going to be much harder for a man to love you because that's what you're going to be putting out there. So I have another question. Do you feel you have to be perfect for a man to love you? Do you think you've got to compete with everybody else or you do something that I call, comparison despair, where you're always comparing yourself to somebody else? Well, I'm going to give you a little suggestion. I hope you're listening. You ready? Stop it. Stop it right now. See, it's not about being perfect because you'll never be perfect. Because the guys that you're going after, they're not perfect. I'm going to give you a little insight into not just men, all human beings. We all have our stuff. Why do you think guys drive big fancy cars and loud motorcycles that draw attention to them? Because deep down, they don't feel they're good enough, so they feel they've got to do these things to get attention. People aren't going to admit this. This is unconscious behavior. We're not aware of it. So what I want to do is I want to take this pressure off you. I want you to realize that you don't have to be perfect because perfection doesn't exist. But the key is to be the best you that you can be. Everybody's got their stuff. When I met Natalie, she had her stuff. When she met me, I had my stuff. And part of the beauty of having, a healthy relationship is that, you grow together. And, you know, the things that I saw in Natalie that she thought were her stuff were so inconsequential to me because she had the really important qualities that I was looking for. So, sometimes you just got to look at things and you've got to acknowledge them for what they are. I wasn't born with, a great, I was born with a big, it's just how it is. And, there was a part of me that was insecure a long time ago. And I realized, that's what makes me me. Okay. And now I just kind of laugh of it, laugh about it. It just is part of me. I wish I would have been born with, flowing long locks of, golden hair. Just didn't happen. And for years I was very insecure about that. And I actually wore a hairpiece when I was, in my early 20s, into my 30s. And so, we've all got our stuff. You got to trust me on that. But also you get to the point where as you grow, you realize, you know what? I'm not perfect. I've got my stuff. Now, maybe you've got some stuff that is really keeping you from opening yourself up. Maybe you've got smalls. That's different kind of stuff. I'm talking about the little idiosyncrasies, insecurities that everyone has. Stop focusing on others, and start focusing on being the best you can be and know that you've got some great qualities. And when you put yourself out there, not in an arrogant way, because I say there's a fine line between confidence and arrogance, but in a way that this is me. This is the way I was born. I'm doing the best I can. And you just have to know that when the right guy, and I'm going to say this again, when the right guy comes along, he's going to love you for that because that's what makes you unique. He doesn't want someone like everybody else. He wants you. And that's how you'll know when you find them. So I hope this helps. If there's something you're struggling with or you have a question, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to give you some feedback that may help you, move on in your journey. So as always, if you know someone who can benefit from this, please pass it along. I'll see you next time. God bless.